take my crew on a normal weapons op to the Arctic, 4 or 5 month trip to test fire some new weaponry and fire off some ordnance. And a scientist hitches a ride up to the Arctic. She wants to get some soil samples and look at some birds, as far as I'm concerned. Long story short, when we come back, and by the way, we've been attacked by the Russians while we were in the Arctic. When we come back, we find out that 80% of the world's population has been decimated, and that the scientist was up getting soil samples so that she could create a vaccine to stop this virus that's a global pandemic, basically. You know, it's interesting because all the characteristics you think that a captain would possess, you know, based on what we've seen in TVs and film and read in books, very different from what, you know, these commanders are in real life. Their crew is their family. These guys do not bark orders at each other. There is a chain of command, and everybody has a tremendous amount of respect for it, but there's more respect for the actual person behind the rank. There are elements of that I am trying to incorporate into this character, because I think that's where you get some of the leadership qualities. You can only lead if people want to listen and want to follow. Well, I think everybody loves ordinary people in extraordinary circumstances. I think that's your basis. But the specifics of it are pretty interesting. I mean, the Navy's great. It's rich in history and tradition, and you know, they get to drive around in really cool ships and fire really big guns. That's intriguing to a lot of people. It certainly is to me. But you know, I think more importantly, I think the way we're shooting this, the way it's been directed, the people that are involved. If you're gonna shoot any action sequences, Michael Bay is the go-to guy. It's a smart look at this scenario. So you're guaranteed, even if my performance sucks, you're guaranteed 45 minutes of fun. First of all, it's a well-decorated ship. There's 50 of these destroyers in the fleet. So there's a lot of history, a lot of tradition here, a tradition of excellence, and it's reflected in the crew and the captain. So, you know, there's just sort of an inherent respect that you have for it the second you step on board. Well, because we're honoring the Navy, we're representing the Navy, and we're civilians. And if we're gonna represent the Navy, then we better represent them properly. Not just because that's a regulation, but because these people fight to protect us and keep us safe. And you have to render respect. So it's important that we go the extra mile to make sure everything's perfect.